Have you ever seen someone who seemed completely fearless in front of the camera? Someone who refused to worry too much about what other people thought and simply chose to be herself? That is what makes the story of Debra Winger so fascinating. Throughout her career, she became known not only for her acting talent but also for her strong personality and independent attitude. Some photographs connected with her career have attracted attention over the years, but the bigger story is really about confidence, individuality, and refusing to let other people decide who you should be. Debra Winger is much more than a famous Hollywood actress. She became widely recognized for memorable performances in movies such as An Officer and a Gentleman and Terms of Endearment. Her performances were emotional, intelligent, and powerful, helping her become one of the most respected actresses of her generation. But there was another quality that made her stand out. Winger was never afraid to have her own opinions or challenge the expectations placed on women in Hollywood. When she was building her career, the entertainment industry placed enormous pressure on actresses. Women were often expected to look perfect, behave in a certain way, and carefully protect their public image. Winger did not always follow those expectations. She developed a reputation for being independent, outspoken, and willing to make choices based on what she believed rather than simply following what Hollywood wanted. Some photographs from different periods of her career have received attention because they showed a more natural and unguarded side of her. Instead of focusing only on the images themselves, it is more meaningful to consider what they represented. They showed someone who was not interested in pretending that she had to be perfect every moment. That attitude was unusual in an industry where photographs were often carefully planned. Studios, magazines, photographers, and publicists all played important roles in creating the public image of a celebrity. Winger's willingness to appear more natural helped separate her from the carefully created Hollywood image. She seemed more interested in being authentic than in constantly trying to satisfy everyone around her. Of course, people reacted differently. Some admired her confidence, while others were surprised by images that did not match the version of her they expected. But whenever someone challenges traditional expectations, reactions are almost always mixed. Some people celebrate the independence, while others criticize it. What makes Winger's story especially interesting is that her confidence was not based on getting everyone's approval. She understood that not everyone would agree with her choices, and she did not need everyone to agree. That is an important lesson for anyone, whether they are famous or completely unknown. Today, social media has created even more pressure around appearance. People constantly see edited photographs, perfect outfits, filters, and carefully planned images. It can become easy to believe that everyone else looks perfect. Winger's story offers another perspective. Authenticity can be more valuable than perfection. Her career also reminds us that a person should never be defined by one photograph. Debra Winger's greatest achievements came from her talent, dedication, and unforgettable performances. She created characters that audiences connected with and earned respect because of the emotional depth she brought to her work. There is also a lesson about changing beauty standards. What people considered surprising decades ago may seem completely ordinary today. Society's ideas about fashion, appearance, privacy, and celebrity behavior continue to change. The important thing is to remember that every person deserves to be treated as more than an image. So when you see photographs of Debra Winger, remember that they are only one small part of her larger story. She spent decades building a career through talent and determination while maintaining her individuality. Her journey shows that you can succeed without becoming exactly what other people expect you to be. The biggest lesson from Debra Winger's story is simple. Confidence comes from knowing who you are. You do not have to be perfect, you do not have to please everyone, and you do not have to change yourself simply because someone else has an opinion. In the end, Debra Winger's most unforgettable quality is her individuality. Her career proves that talent, courage, and authenticity can create a lasting impression that goes far beyond appearance. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story about Debra Winger, Hollywood history, confidence, and authenticity, make sure to like the video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more fascinating stories about the stars who made their own rules.